there are three types. What are those? Infra, is it visible? Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. At the bottom I have given some examples like migrate, build and use. Let us see what do you mean by that. Keep in mind those who come just now only. Cloud computing means you are, as being a user, you are using the services. You are paying some amount. You are paying some amount for storage purpose. You are paying some amount for watching Netflix. You are paying some amount for watching Amazon. Those are nothing but cloud computing. They are not physically available. Geo service, geo provider. A service provider will provide you service. As being a user, will receive those services. Will pay certain amount. That is nothing but cloud computing. Got the idea? Say some. Yeah, let us see what you mean by infrastructure as a service. In infrastructure as a service, you can have a server, you can have a storage, and you can have a network, security, a system management. In infrastructure, you can have a storage, you can have a network, you can have a system management, you can have a security. The last page guys, concentrate video. I know you guys just came now only. Settle down yourself and listen. Go to the next slide. Yeah. Same thing. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Go to this side. Yeah. What infrastructure as a service is doing? What it does? Hardware is provided by an external provider. The owner, certain owner will give you hardware and he himself will manage for the user. He will provide you a router or he will provide a setup box connection and he only is responsible for managing the things. That is what? Provide user the ability, provision computing and storage resources. Listen carefully. Geo fiber connection is given by certain service provider. What he gives? A remote, a setup box connection, a router. Say some. Is giving a physical devices, hardware devices. As being a user, you are provisioning them. Provisioning means you are using them. You are using the services. Provision computing. And you will have some storage resources also. If you opt for storage hardware devices. So these resources are provided to the user as a virtual machine. Let me differentiate infrastructure as a service. Here you have only virtual machine. And you can start that machine, you can stop that machine, you can activate that machine, you can deploy that machine. As being a user, you can do all those things. A virtual machine and virtual storage. I hope you know what is the virtual. Say some? Yeah, means some provider, some owner will provide you those. As being a user, you will start that machine, virtually available. You can stop that machine, you can deploy, you can configure the machine. That can be done in our infrastructure as a service. Understandable? Go to the next slide. Yeah. That is what? Infrastructure means all the devices will be virtually available. You can start the device, you can stop the device, you can configure the device, setting the devices, you can deploy the devices. That is nothing but infrastructure as a service. Virtually, in the Apple mobile, you have a virtual storage. You have to pay something. Then only you get a virtual storage. Then only you can save the videos. You can save the photos. Once the storage finished, limit up, again you have to buy it on a monthly basis. Understandable? Say some. Say some. That is nothing but virtual or infrastructure as a service. Now next what it is? What is that? Platform as a service. Till now you are saying infrastructure as a service. Now what platform as a service will give? It will give a ability for the user to develop and deploy an application in the cloud. Concentrate. Platform as a service means now you are the user. What service provider will give you certain application. Like you want to create an application like a PhonePe or Paytm, that can be provided by a service provider. Here, as being a developer, as being a user, you will have a platform. You can develop an application. That is nothing but platform as a service. Where? In the cloud. Understandable? Second means you can become an engineer. Once you done with the developer engineer, you can request the service provider. You can request the platform. In that platform, you can develop an application. You can deploy an application. Where? In the cloud. How? You have to use some development tools, certain software, Python programming, certain application programming interface, certain libraries. Clear? I hope you understood. Clear? Here, service provider will give a feasibility, ability, will give a chance to the user so that he can create an application. How he can create an application? By having a API, by having a development tools, by having a Python programming or any kind of Java, any kind of code. Clear? Understandable? Yeah. But here, service provider is responsible for providing the network, providing the storage, and controlling everything. He is responsible for providing a certain network. He is responsible for providing the resources. If you want to upgrade it, you have to contact the service provider. The underlying network, whatever the layers, that can be managed by the service provider. Keep in mind, service provider means owner. The Jio fiber connection owner, they will have a service provider. In the home, you will have a fiber connection to just enjoy the services by paying something. But here, what I am telling, the platform as a service will give a chance to the user to create that application, any kind of application. Understood? Yes, sir. Platform, so the platform will get. PhonePe is like you're paying. Ola cab is a booking a transport. That is a transport application. That can be developed by you. But how? Service provider has to give all the tools, all the libraries, all the application programming into. Then it is called as a platform as a service. And that service provider will do services, will take care of all the things. Underlying network, physical layer, transport layer, everything can be managed by a service provider, not the user. Not the user. Clear? Next. Yeah. Next one is software as a service. Just simple example, email, the virtual desktop, certain games which you play, Subway, or you play Candy Crush, or any kind of games. Those are done, developed under the basis of software as a service. Now you guys, focus here. Now you concentrate. So software as a service means, just in general I am telling you, you can have a games, you can have a email application. Means your service provider directly providing you the application. As being a user, you just sit and enjoy those services. Nothing. Like in your mobile, you have all the applications. You are not worried about who is the service provider. Understandable? Software as a service, that's the money. It will provide user, you are the user, a complete software application. Not tools anything. You are not a developer, you are just a user. It provides complete software application or an interface to the application. Interface means this. Now this is nothing but interface. When you open up PhonePe, that is nothing but an interface. This is an application based on for paying purpose you are using. You don't know what are the tools. You don't know what software behind it. Just you are enjoying the service. That is nothing but software as a service. The PhonePe service provider directly giving a PhonePe application to you. That is nothing but software as a service. And it is giving an interface, certain application interface. Clear what you are doing? You are running that application, you are using that application, you are enjoying the services. Uber, you book a Uber drive, so just enjoy the services. You are not worried about the any issues, software issues. Yes or not? Yes sir. Are you guys okay? Done. So application layer, same thing. Gmail and Teams are good examples for software as a service. Clear? Do you have next slide? So infrastructure means you will have a virtual machine. You can start and stop the device. Platform means the provider will give you everything, development tools. You will only build an application. That is nothing but platform as a service. And software as a service means just like how you are using your applications in your mobile. That is nothing but software as a service. Now next we have big data analytics. Even it is one kind of technology which is enabling the IoT system. Which is activating the IoT system. What it was doing? It is processing, it is analyzing the data. It is processing, organizing, collecting and analyzing the data. Nowadays they are going for big data analytics to build an IoT system, to make an IoT system. Clear? Next. Yeah, some of the examples where big data is responsible for generating the IoT. What are those? Sensor data, machine sensor data collected from the sensor, health and fitness data. Fitness is smartwatch, which is collecting the blood pressure, which is maintaining your pulses, like monitor the pulses. It is not controlling, it will just show, it will indicate you based on your movement, based on your exercises. So those are nothing but big data analysis. And data generated by IoT system for location and tracking vehicles. They come under big data analytics. Clear? Those are all good examples for big data analytics. The topic itself is how you are enabling an IoT system. How you are activating an IoT system. What technology you are using. What kind of technology you are using. Next. Yeah. What are the communication protocols we have? Right, sir. The script lines. Yeah. What are the IoT protocols we have? Yourself. Yeah. What are the IoT protocols we have? Last person. What are the IoT protocols we have? The person who is sitting beside. Next. The person who is sitting in front of him. In front of, just in front of. Yeah. How many classes you have attended? 2 classes. Then you are not in the street. You are just watching under the desk. Because you have missed some classes, it will become somewhat difficult to understand. Though you have to concentrate. You have concentrate here. As we see in link layer protocol, network layer protocol. Protocols are nothing but messages. Protocols are nothing but communication. They are setting up a communication between the device. Even you can use those protocols to run an IoT system to make, those are nothing but technology. LAN cable, Ethernet, Zigbee, Internet, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a technology. You are using Wi-Fi to make run your application, to make a system. So you can use already your screens. It will allow devices extend the data over a network. I already explained you what are those protocols. So go through them. So these protocols are responsible for running an application. They are nothing but technology. They are creating an application. Understandable? You guys will say yes. I'm just asking you one more question. I said I asked you what are IoT protocols. You are attending the session. What are you going to tell? You guys can sit down. Yeah, I'm not scolding you guys. I'm saying go through those topics. If you have missed the session today, I upload 1 or 2 videos. Tomorrow I show you the channel. Go through them. Or I forwarded the notes. Go through them. Might be somewhat it feel boring, but technically I am explaining you. I am giving examples also. By giving examples I am explaining. Otherwise, if there are no examples, it becomes somewhat difficult. Understandable? So big data analytics means we'll collect the data, we'll monitor the data. There are some examples: health monitoring system, the sensor which collect the information, or you can give the examples of smart watches. Those are the big data technologies, big data analytics. The next application is embedded system. I hope you know what to mean by embedded system. So yes or no? I already explained. So it is nothing but it's a combination of an electronic hardware and software which is doing a specific task. By having an embedded technology also, you can make an IoT system. In embedded technology, we have a sensor, we have an actuator, in the middle we have a controller. Your controller may be a microcontroller, it may be a microprocessor, it may be a digital signal processor, it may be ASIC, anything. The sensor is capturing, your actuator is controlling. So by having an embedded technology, you can have an IoT system. You can use or you can create an IoT system. Clear? So these are nothing but IoT enabled technologies. Enabled in the sense which activate your system. Last person. Which create a system, which create an IoT system. Those are nothing but IoT enabled technology. Wireless sensor network, your IoT protocol, big data analytics, infrastructure as a sensor, that is cloud computing. These are all IoT enabled technology. They are enabling. These are technology. They are enabling, activating the application. We are having different kind of application, different kind of technology will give you different kind of application. Understood? Clear with the concept? Any queries? Any questions?